before they become your data. Hey, friend, welcome to Keep Driving. This is just a space for real people navigating real life, trying to hold it all together, figure things out, heal, rebuild, lead, parent, work, grieve, and grow, and not quit in the middle of it all. So if that's where you are today, you're in the right place. All right, educators, come here for a minute. This one's for us. And yes, I said us because once an educator, always an educator. Amen, somebody? Okay. It's back to school time, and I know what this season feels like. The classroom is almost ready, or as ready as it's going to be. The new supplies are out. You've probably changed something on that bulletin board about 3 times already just today. Your inbox is inboxing. Somebody still can't get into the darn system. And yes, there's probably already a meeting that could have been an email. Listen, too many of them, as a matter of fact. But underneath all of that, there's something else happening. You're getting another beginning. A whole new group of names is about to become faces. And those faces are going to become stories. I mean, think about that, man. Right now, their names on a roster. But pretty soon, you'll know who needs to sit closer to the front. You'll know who always has a story to tell from the day before, the night before, the week before. Who knows? You'll know who needs a little extra push. You'll know who makes everybody laugh, including you, even when you're trying not to. And you'll know the one who says, I don't get it, before they're even done giving themselves a chance or you've even finished teaching the lesson. That's the beauty of what you get to do. Yeah, you get to do that. Because before they become test scores, attendance numbers, behavior reports, or data on a spreadsheet, you get to meet them as people. And somewhere in your building this year is a child who has no idea that meeting you is about to change something for them. Sit with that. You may be the person who notices something everyone else overlooks. You may be the person who says, you're really good at this. And that child goes home thinking, I am? You may say, I knew you could do it, and they'll remember it long after you've forgotten you've even said it. You may simply say, I'm glad you're here today, to a child who wasn't even sure, hasn't even been in contact with anybody who would notice if he weren't there at all. That's why this work matters. And listen, I know the year is going to get busy. It probably already is. There will be deadlines, of course, and testing, plenty of testing and more paperwork and paperwork on top of the paperwork. Yes. Then there will be the parents. Yep, that's a whole nother keep driving. There will be days when you question whether anything you're going through and doing is actually making a difference in those lives. On those days, I want you to remember something. Some of your greatest work will never show up in the data. There it is. I've solved it. Okay? All you math teachers, it's solved, problem solved. Because you can't always measure confidence. There's no standardized test for finally raising your hand. There's no spreadsheet column for I believe in myself now. You can't put a number on a child feeling safe enough to try again. But that doesn't make those things any less real. I think back to my own years in education, almost 10 years, and I couldn't tell you every lesson I taught. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to tell you if I could. I definitely couldn't tell you every meeting I attended because more than likely I didn't even want to be there. But I remember the kids. I remember the breakthroughs. I remember watching something finally click. Come on now, you know what that feels like. And I remember what it felt like to realize, oh, wow, they got it. That's the stuff. That's the good stuff. So as you walk into this new school year, I hope you remember who you are. You're not just teaching a subject. You're not just running a campus. You're not just answering phones, administrative assistants, serving lunch, cafeteria work, counseling students, lead counselors, keeping the building clean, custodian staff, assisting in the classroom, classroom attendants and APs and assistants, and getting everybody home safely. You're helping create the place where somebody's child will spend a huge part of their year becoming. So give yourself some grace this year. Laugh a lot. Take the lunch break when you can. Listen, that's another keep driving. Take the lunch break, okay? Don't let one hard day convince you it's going to be a hard year. And please, don't let the work make you forget who the work is for. Because somewhere in that building, there's a child who hasn't met you yet. And years from now, when they've forgotten the assignment, the test, and probably half of what you taught them, they may still remember how they felt when they were in your presence. Some of your greatest work will never show up in the data, but I promise you, it still counts. Have an incredible school year. All right, y'all. That's it for today. You've been listening to Keep Driving, a push past your quit series for people carrying more than they talk about. And whatever you do, don't quit on yourself. Just keep driving. Push past your quit.